We're going to welcome back the YouTube audience for the CLG FC episode 240. Cross Hills game next. That's a difficult game. By the way, once again, thank you again, Zig, for the raid and for Mr. Teeny for the sub. It's super appreciated of you guys. All the support from everybody. Being here, chatting, watching. Absolutely phenomenal. We're going into, it's about 10:30, so we're going to. There we go. I felt the boop in my earphones. The thing died because no sound is being played through it, which I hate that that's the way this thing operates. Anyway, um, but yeah, we're going to go to about 11 o'clock at night Eastern time, so that's 4 a.m. British summertime, 5 a.m. Central European summertime. So yeah, we're going late tonight, and then we're back tomorrow morning with the longest save. I'm actually excited for that. I'm even though we're not doing well in that. Well, I don't want to say not doing well. We're in bad form in that save. Even though we're in a run of bad form, I'm actually really looking forward to that save. Silsden reserves have North Walkden. Media's hailing Snicky's performances. Why wouldn't they? 22 goals in 28 games so far this season. That's pretty freaking good. Right. North Walkden begin with a fourth minute goal from Reese, 33rd and 40th minute goals from him, actually. He scores a first half hat trick. Dickin gets one back in the 76th for Silsden Reserves, but nothing close to equalizing. North Walkden walk away with the 3 points. They remain 8 back of us now. Silsden Reserves remain in the drop by a point. So we got 6 to play in this division. We got Cross Hills in 6 days. What is the schedule like for us, by the way? Let's go to calendar. So we're here. Cross Hills. A week later, Almondbury Woolpack. A week later, Clitheroe. A week later, so we got one game a week until this game here against Lancaster in the April 22nd, and then that's when the playoffs start. So top team goes up. Second through fifth make the playoffs. The under 18s league finishes. Is that on the 29th? Yeah, and that's the final, right? Yeah. So the under 18s league will finish 2 weeks afterwards. We actually finished our season versus Macclesfield under 18s. Um, so right. We'll apply advice to Sharif Saul. Weekly meeting. Yes, I will accept that. I agree. Youth facilities are now adequate. We really could do more with youth recruitment and junior coaching, but it is what it is. Blockbuster has incredible potential, but needs a loan move right now if he's to make right sort of. Blockbuster, if you're in the chat, you let me know, mate. If you want to be on the loan list and move on loan to somebody. Otherwise, I'd like to keep you in the under 18s. I think. Um, Mark, we're not moving squads, and we don't need any staff. I think we're pretty much full on staff members, right? I have no spots open here. If I go to under 21s, I got no spots open. If I go to under 18s, I got no spots open. So, but right. I am. Oh, I forgot to set affinity. I just heard the music skip on me, which means I forgot to set affinity cores, which means I got to do that now for FM24. All right, there we go. We got leagues in focus. Akoni-kun is back, by the way. He is back training. Love to see it. Let's do leagues in focus. Should we do leagues in focus? Should we wait one episode? Let's wait an episode. Let's wait an episode to do leagues in focus. So, we'll do it next episode. Not much has changed. It's been one week, so everybody's played one game. Woo. But next week we'll show you a lot, like who's promoted, who's not, who's this, who's that. Right, in Central playing Main Road. Zig's probably shaking his head at Ints. I don't know. I think it's Ints. I don't know if it's Eints. Inse. Or if this would be pronounced like, I don't know, Leicester Central. I don't know. It is okay. Ints. It's not isn't it Ints? Yeah, that. Okay. Insa. Okay, Insa Central. Gotcha. While they hosted Main Road, Jones's 35th minute goal put Main Road on the board. Shepard got it back in the 49th minute. Then Kennedy in the 64th put Inse Central up 2-1. Garcia canceled it out with an 80th minute strike. And then Matthews at the death in added time at the end of the second half gave Inse Central the win. Main Road do not pull away from the drop because of that. They remain only above the drop on goal difference. And where the hell is Inse Central? There they are. They remain in 7th. They're pretty much out of the playoff place, though. They're still 8 back with a game in pocket and only 5 to play. I think they can count them out. They are from Wigan. Boo. I don't really know. Wigan, if I remember correctly, Wigan is in the county of Leicestershire, if I remember correctly. Which makes sense because we have. Sorry, let me say that again. I misspoke. If I remember, yeah, they're from Lancashire. Yes, I said Leicestershire. Veneria, welcome in. How are you? I am well. How are you? Let me give you a shout out. Guys, a wonderful gotcha game streamer plays things like, I think you were playing Wuthering Waves today. Also plays Time in it. Give him a follow. Veneria SB. If you like gotcha games, there you go. Like you like gotcha games like I do. There you go. Veneria is a very fun French streamer to talk to. Just wanted to come say hi. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. You were last playing Infinity Nikkei. That's right. No, you don't need to. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We share the love around here. Always. Always. Welcome in. We're playing Football Manager. I actually did time in last night. We're playing Football Manager today and tomorrow. So, I think next week I really want to keep playing the FM save, but like I'm getting the itch to put the mic back in and do out of the park baseball again, and I'm like I have so many games I want to play and never enough time to don't know why, but I expected that. Gotcha. Okay. I have so many games I want to play and never enough time to play them. Like I want to play my FM save. I want to play. I'm getting the itch to play Out of the Park again. I really want to continue the Sweden campaign in Hearts of Iron because I think it's going to take a interesting final turn. I wanna get the first campaign done in Rise of Nations because I've streamed basically the whole campaign and I'm right at the very end of the campaign and I haven't finished the campaign yet and I'm like, oh, I want to show you guys the end of that campaign. So it's like I have all these different games I want to play on stream and I never just have enough time to play it. You love football? I do love football. It's my favorite sport. I'm big on If the sports score box right there that's just posted in chat tells you anything, it's I love sports. So, um, football, baseball, ice hockey, cricket, rugby, auto racing, uh, God, basically anything like tennis, field hockey. Love it. Speed skating, track and field, anything. I love it. Hey, Olympics. Yeah, Olympics. Welcome in, Pix. Let me give you a shout out. And in trying to give you a shout out, instead of copying your username, I copied the word Olympics. So I actually have the Paralympics from last summer on right now because I haven't finished watching them through. Basically, you love all sports. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong. Um, I actually have the Paralympics on because I haven't finished watching them from last year, and I have them on right now. Believe it or not, on the side laptop. So, guys, a great North American streamer, absolute class of a human being. Pixelated suits. Here is that F1 clip again from Bahrain, by the way. Um, so, who isn't following Pigs? True. But if you like Football Manager, or football in general, they were last playing Rematch as well. They've played the Oblivion remake on stream, so give them a follow. Obviously, previously they were playing F1 22 years ago. I'm hooked on Rematch. A lot of people that have been playing it are. Welcome in, Blockbuster, by the way. Welcome back, Blockbuster, I should say. Blockbuster, now that you're here, I have a question for you, man. I'm waiting to get remits. I have a question for you. My assistant manager wants to put you out on loan so you can develop. He wants to put you on the loan list so you can develop. Do you want to go on the loan list until you turn 19 in the game and develop that way and potentially go out on loan? Or do you just want to stay in the under 18s? Because I will do either or, whatever you want. So. Or I will go on loan first team experience would be good. Okay, I'll put you on the loan list then. We will agree to put you on the loan list. Under 18s, Blockbuster, uh, transfer status, loan status. Here we go. Available for loan. Uh, I think it's fine. Now I'm probably going to get this Blockbuster concern. No, I'm just teasing. Okay. How does this game work? So you manage a football club. So you take over a football club, any football club in the world. Basically, when you start a save, you have all these different. You can play on any continent. You have not every nation's available, but you have a lot. So you have six here in South America. You have 3 in North America. You have a lot in Europe you can play, including France. You have Asia. You have Africa. So you enable the countries that you're interested in playing in the save, and then you pick a club, and you manage the club. You sign all. You're responsible for telling your scouts who to scout. So you can see I have 3 different recruitment focuses set up to try and scout players. Like I scouted the under 21 Premier Division International Cup. I got 2 recommendations from them. Um, uh, you're responsible for finding players, signing them, the contracts that they can sign. You can be responsible for training and things like the set piece tactics, like how they set up for a corner and things like that. You can also delegate it if you want. Like I don't even touch training. I delegate my training. I'm pretty sure. Well, no, my training is here, but I could delegate it if I wanted to. Um, but yeah, and then you set up the team how you want. You select the match day squad amongst all the players. So these guys, these are all picked. These are the substitutes. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you set the tactics if you want. Like I set, we play out of the defense. We pass shorter instead of like long and going direct over the top upfield. You set the tempo, um, things like that, and then you manage the team through games. And as the games take place, you make tactical tweaks here and there. You might make a substitute here and there. You have to sometimes talk with the players to keep their morale up. Like I might come here and be like, "Oh, Cookies is trained really well. He has a train out of 10. He's trained to 9.4. So I might go here and put his arm around and say, "You've done really well in training." And then they say, "Great, I appreciate your positive words. Thank you." You know, and it changes their morale. Things like that. Um, and then you also have development sides like an under 21s and an under 18. So these are everybody in the youth system, and they develop, and each player will have traits anywhere from 1 to 20 are these ratings, and yeah, they all have pros and cons as well. So if I go to attack, if I pick, let me pick Charlie Perver. He's not good in the air. He doesn't have good composure. He's not consistent. He's one-footed, and he's not a very good crosser. But he's got a balanced mindset. He's really good at marking another player. He works very well in the team. He's very versatile in the amount of positions he plays, and yeah, things like that. So it's pretty neat. Um, even though I'm not into football for some reason, I'm getting kind of interested. Nice, yeah. It's the game. Why is your MLS playable? Because the game glitches when it's view only. Because MLS is so unique that if I choose view only, the game does not know how to handle waivers when the game is on view only, and the waiver list can wind up blowing up the player evaluations when the game is on view only. So, um, plus I would probably stream it as well. Oh, it's only £20. Oh, nice. Uh, I can promise you the hype will be gone in 2 weeks. I don't know about that. How much does this game cost? I don't actually know now. It's still on Steam. Is it full price on Steam? I would wait for sale. It's 60 US dollars. So it's probably like, how much do you guys pay for it in Europe? Is it 60 euros in there? It's probably 60 euros. If it goes on sale, it'll be like 20. Like, what's gonna happen is everyone gonna learn how to score from free kick, and then the game gone. Take that 1 week, about £40. There's no free kicks in rematch, Skull Crusher. There's no fouls in rematch. That's another thing. Adding the women's game would be putting your arm around. No, it's fine. My manager is. What are you talking about? My manager is Korean and female. So how would that be sus if she was managing in the women's game? So anyway. I mean kickoff. I don't. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think you're wrong there, Skull Crusher. So, salutations. What's crack-a-lackin'? What's going on, Roller? By the way, welcome in. Let me give you a shout out, Crack. I'm sorry about your internet. I heard earlier it kind of crapped the bed, but guys, another phenomenal streamer. They were streaming Toy Story 2 earlier today. They stream Expedition 33. I think this is a great clip, if I remember correctly. This is a phenomenal. Yeah. Nice. All this for, I believe, an outfit, right? Why? Look at his face. Sorry, Crack. Sorry, man. Of all the clips that had to pick, Crack, that's the one I picked. But welcome in, man. I hope you're well. I hope you're doing well. Hey, Craig, you shout out so many people. Well, a lot of us are fellow streamers, man, and you know, you gotta share the love, man. It's about building something special, man. You know what I mean? It's not always about. I don't like to. I'm the kind of person that will never put myself first. A lot of, for a lot of the times, but it's also about just trying to support everyone who supports me, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's phenomenal, the level of support. We are definitely a big community, and I think that's wonderful. Like, it's been awesome streaming the last year and a half. You score from kickoff, and everyone going to learn that within a week. Unstoppable. That's why I give it 2 weeks. I don't think you're going to be able to score from kickoff in a Skull Crusher. That's why I'm saying I don't think you are. Welcome up, Fresh Prince. Your username is hilarious, by the way. Right. Poor Crack, yeah. Right, but yeah, Crack is he's a Football Manager streamer. He streams Expedition. He's playing through Expedition 33. He plays Blasphemous, Path of Exile 2. Now he's done Toy Story 2. So, fun stream, fun stream. I apologize. I guess I should. I don't really have anything to apologize for, but I'm sorry to hear, at least, that your internet kind of took a crap today, Crack. I feel bad, man, because I know you wanted to stream. You actually went live really early for me, and I was like looking at it, and I was like, oh shit, he's live, and I was out golfing, and then I came back, and you weren't live, and I just thought you had ended the stream. I just thought you were finished. You know what I mean? I didn't think you actually like had an issue with it, unfortunately. So, otherwise I'd have been in there, man. I'd have been there. But yeah, right. Uh, the greatest assets in all of Twitch. Thanks, Crack. Crack Veneria, who's in chat, by the way, 2 messages above you. They're a Football Manager streamer as well. So, I mean, not Football Manager. They're a Time and streamer as well. So, I've been lucky with my clips. It's not so bad. Not the bad ones that you clip. We can change that, Blockbuster. Let me shout you out right now. Hopefully we get a random terrible clip. Let's go. How many games left this season? I think we've got 6. So. Is it? Oh no, it's the same one from earlier. Boo! Get it off. 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 Boo. So, yeah, the best clip. Yeah, well, I don't. I've said it before. Cross Hills are 11-8 favorites. We're 9-5. The draw's 5-2. We are 1 win away from tying the record for our club for a number of wins in the season. Pre-match press conference. Let's kick this off with the first question from Jack Calvert at the Daily Star. Yes. Even more direct style. It's a tough challenge. We have no reason to feel. No, I don't want to say that. That makes it sound awful. But to play well, but I know we're good enough to beat anyone on our day. There we go. Who's gonna win the title? We are, man. So, right, cool. Press conference went well. Moving on. We need the TikTok one. We do need the TikTok one. Yeah, you're not wrong. You keep getting shit ones from me, says Zig. Yeah, I mean, it's random, and the problem, I'm still of the belief that I like it on random top clips. So if you have a featured clip, because apparently featured clips are a thing now with Twitch, but it's probably pulling from that library of featured clips. I've actually made sure that none of my clips are featured, so it's all just one giant pool of clips. But it's probably pulling from that pool. And the 2 options for the Shout Me Out stuff are recent clip or top clip. And Dortmund or Chelsea? I'm going to pick Dortmund every time. The recent clip I don't want to do because some of us who are smaller, we don't have a lot of clips on our channel. Like my last clip, for example, if I go to my clips real quick, I'm already there. My last 2 clips were from June 9th. That was 13 days ago, 12 days ago. So, you know, and then before that, the last clip before that was May 3rd. And that's a whole month. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't want to do my last one because it'll be the same clip over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I feel like that's the same way with other streamers as well. They might not have it. They might not get a lot of clips, especially with Football Manager. So it's like, oh wait, it was Call of Duty. Yeah. So it's like, you know, I don't want to keep playing. I want to at least if I pick top clips, it might be your more funnier and best moments, like a sick clutch or a funny fail or something, and then I can actually show you guys a little bit more of the spectrum of what your stream is about. You know what I mean? Gary Miller coming in with the prime sub. You are the best, my man. Thank you so much. So, Crack has the greatest second place ever in FM. Oh no, what is it? Saw a guy get absolutely smashed in a finisher. What are you talking about in a finisher? Wait. Oh, in a Call of Duty finisher. Gotcha. Right. Right. Jordan Navarro injured. Who the fuck is that? It's like, no, that's so cool. That's so cool. He's in the under 18s, so. Right. Cross Hills in a day. Almondburg. This is the only team we are playing in the top half of the table until the Bradley game. So, right. Burskov hosting Ramsbottom United. Arthur's 23rd minute goal for Ramsbottom United gave them the lead, but Carson in the 64th leveled it for Burskov. They split the points. Ramsbottom United remained 4th, and Burskov, that's a big point for them. They pull within 1 point of safety and up a position into 16th. Clitheroe hosting Ince Central. Coffee in the 42nd minute, and then Murphy in added time at the end of the first half made it 2-0 for Clitheroe. Ellison in the 59th got one back for Ince Central. Wilford in the 83rd and again in the 84th, though, pretty much slammed the door on any comeback. Asamoah got one back in added time at the end of the second half, but it was only consolation. Ince Central into 7th. Clitheroe, that's a good win for them. They move up to 9th position. Well, I'm going to leave you already. Have a good, nice stream, guys. Thank you very much, Veneria, for being here. I appreciate it, Matt. I appreciate it so much. So, in fairness, the TikTok clip is my second most viewed clip. Very nice. Unfortunately, my best clip of Zig was his trip into the PUBG Monster Chicken event. Really? Crack has given Arsenal a run for their money, getting 100 points in a season and still losing by goal. Oh yeah. That's brutality. That's absolute brutality, man. Main Road hosting Squires Gate. Jonathan's added time goal at the end of the second half breaks Main Road's hearts. It would have been a decent point for Main Road, really, even though Squires Gate is a beatable team for them, because they would have moved a point clear of the drop. They are not, though. Main Road only above the drop on goal difference. Squires Gate, pretty much with that, have all but secured safety. They're now 9 clear of the drop with only 5 to play. So, he won the league in his last season. That's good. He's Real Madrid. It would have been bad if he didn't win. Yeah, that's true. That's also very true. So, Phil's got the Mets tonight. I think first pitch is 7:05, so I'll be interested in that game. I'll be keeping an eye on that score. It's match day, by the way, so we are into match day. We got one against Cross Hills. Here we go. Ramsbottom unbeaten in 10 again. Wow. We're expected to draw. Everybody's fit. Let me close the clips tab because I don't need that anymore. He's been with Madrid 5 seasons, only 1 league title, is sackable offense with them. I agree. Crack out. Sorry, give me a minute. I'm right. We're gonna mark Kyle Knight tightly, and we're also gonna tightly mark Brian Thompson here in this save. I can't believe the ads are 20 minutes away. I'm gonna hit snooze on them, by the way. We're gonna give that a little snooze. So if you ever want to know how far away we are from the ads, by the way, I've added that as a timer. Crack just unlucky. Barca has to be monsters though. Yeah. So, right. I need to switch it. We do need to bring a Konikun back. So Joe Jones, I absolutely love you, brother, but you got to go back on the bench because Akonikun is back. And Sam Wellman, Chris Mather, I'm going to swap out for Charlie Perver. So we do still have the Perver sub. Holy moly, he's got two first names. Yeah, Shimon Roger Mukendi, always named. Um, so there's really only two substitutes that kind of switch up, and that's Charlie Perver and Sam Wellman. Because Joe Jones is great, Simon Roger Mukendi is great, and Kevin Heinrich, we just need a backup keeper on the bench. So it's one of those things where they're going to stay selected pretty much all the time, and then I'll rotate out the other two. Let's have a quick manual save, and then we'll get into the game. So. By the way, on the YouTube, I have finished uploading episode 235. So this is 240 that we're recording right now. And 235 just went up on the YouTube today. So there's that. I'm almost caught up. 236 goes up tomorrow. And then I have 237. And then, yeah, I don't have a huge backlog on the YouTube for you guys. So if you missed anything, feel free to pop over there. As always, it's just awesome to have the library of CLG FC up on that save. I don't know what I'm going to do when I get to the Champions League. I was thinking about it because somebody told me that the Champions League music in the game constantly gets flagged, and you can dispute it. Just say, hey, it's licensed by SI, so it's allowed for use, and blah 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 blah. But I really have zero interest in going through any of that copyright process. I mean, I would win the claims. I have every doubt I would win all of the claims. But I don't think that I just don't have any interest in it, because if it's something, all of it's basically automated, and it's one of these things where it's like, if you get a copyright claim on YouTube, right, you can dispute it. You submit the dispute, okay? The alleged copyright holder has 30 days to respond. So usually they wait to the 30th day and then deny the claim. And when they do that, you get hit with a copyright strike. And you have you can redispute it with a counter DMCA, which you get 7 days to submit. And then after that, after you submit it, the alleged copyright holder then gets 7 days to either file an injunction for copyright infringement, or if they don't, then the counter DMCA is upheld, the copyright strike is removed, and the content is restored to the channel. That's like a 45-day process. I have no interest in doing that for every video when we get to the Champions League. Such a, what is that? Rigmarole? What is that? How you say it? Yeah. Absolutely right. Rigmarole. Right. Yeah. You're absolutely right. But that's the process, and I have no interest in doing that for all the saves. So we're gonna have to get creative. That's all I'm saying. When we actually get there, which we have no chance of getting there until at least, honestly, 2 seasons. Because next season if we get promoted, next season we would be in the FA Cup. Um, so right, we're 4-1-0. I do not anticipate us doing a Holsworthy and winning the FA Cup from the Vanarama South or some shit like that. So we're not that good. We're 4-1-0 in our last 5. They're 3-1-1 in their last 5. They've made 2 changes to their starting lineup. We are getting ready to go in. I've got to snooze the ads again because I am such a blabbermouth. Anyway, I do be having a gift of gab. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's point the finger. Keep it going. There we go. Oh. There we go. Here we go. Here comes the money. Right, we're in a 4-1-1-3. They're in a 4-4-2. Samuel Reed, 2 reds, 22 yellows in 7 matches this season. Can the damn song stop it? There we go. We're into the game. Cross Hills, we're at Cross Hills. They're in the red. We're in the black with the blue. And we are underway. And I don't hear any fans. I would have expected this to be. Where the freak are the fans, man? I would have expected this to have fan. That stand is empty, bro. That stand is. Oh, come on. Cookie. Oh, my God. Cookies in the opening minute. Wow. Great run. Really good finish. Really good finish. And it's 1-0, 41 seconds into the game. So Gaffa has asked anyone to look. When you said Gaffa, I thought you meant the Gaffa Cacao. So has it? No, because I put you on loan and like maybe 5 days have gone by. I know. I realized you meant me, but it took me a minute to realize that you meant me. No, because we've maybe gone 5 days in the game. And I don't know if you're actually going to get a loan because it's March in the game. Oh my God, what a save! It's like I thought it was hot property. You kind of are, but also like it is March in the game. So most teams are done their seasons, and I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you can sign loan players outside the transfer window anyway, right? Like the January window counts for transfers and loans. It does. It's right. So we literally the restricted transfer window for the amateur divisions is in a week. So if you don't move to another side that's like a level, I think that's right. Yeah, if you don't move to like another level, a level 9, 10, or 11 side, then what a finish. Frack with a goal. It's only his second of the season. Then yeah, I played the Here Comes the Money, and I played the first dupe, and you guys didn't even hear it because I didn't even have Firefox audio on because I'm an idiot. That's besides the point. Yeah, there we go. So, but yeah, so they just recommended it to me like a week or two ago, and I thought, sure, we can put you on loan if you want to be on loan, get first team experience. But we're at the end of the season anyway, so you might go to another level 10 club, you might go to a level 9 club, you might go to a level 11 club, but that would literally be the only transfer window that is currently open. That's a too hardly hit. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't worry though because you're still playing in the under 18s for us, and on top you're killing it in the under 18s, and on top of that, you're gonna have at least one more season down there. So you would be like you could wind up taking a loan next season to a decent side and doing well, you know, um, and then making it up to the first team the season after or whatever. So that's a good ball over to as long as I get first. Yeah, I think you. I don't see an issue with you. I just think you'll have to tough it out for this season because it's already the end of March. Um, but yeah, I think you're going to be fine. Um, so we'll loan you out, get you some first team experience next season, and then push, push, push. You will be the blockbuster, the monster. So the monster player. Right. Sasu here for Cross Hills. They're a little bit of a tricky team to beat. They've had a stinker of a second half of the season after being an absolute stormer the first half. Here's Knight over to Hazeldine. And the cutback for Sasu. Sasu. Um, Cross comes in, headed up and over. And there has got to be absolutely flipping nobody here, by the way. Like I don't hear a single fan. The attendance numbers don't come out till the second half, but like that stand is empty. So I wouldn't expect a lot of away fans to travel for this game. For us, maybe like 2, 3, but Cookie. Oh wow, that wasn't far away. But there's nobody here. So and the crowds get so loud that I actually turn FM. I have FM on minus 33.5 decibels, but that's so quiet you probably can't even hear the ball getting kicked about. So it's literally just a dead game right now that you guys are probably hearing. Um, but yeah, usually it was because there was supposed to be a crowd and fucking there is nobody here. Here's Frack, Akoni Kun, Snicky, Sheamus. That's really good ball movement, by the way. That was excellent ball movement. But no mas. Here comes on a third goal. Here comes Frack to take the corner. Whipped in. It's set it away. Sasu will boot it clear. Jack picks it up. It comes right back for Frack, and he can go right back in to try and hit this cross. He gets by his man. Can't hit it. Down for Cookies. Over to Twinkle. Sheamus, and he's fired it over the goal. Love him the album reviews, by the way, Benny. Really? I try to be a little bit descriptive of what I like and what I don't like, and I know that might make me come off sounding like an ass, but part of me is also like my tastes are very unique, right? Like my taste won't be the same as anyone else's, so I can say I like this, and you know, it could be the coldest take anyone's ever heard of, and it's not going to change the fact that I like it. You know what I mean? Like, or dislike it for that reason. So I'm actually surprised because I thought on that album from Nirvana, I thought "Come as You Are" was going to be the song I liked the best because obviously it's a belter of a track, right? And it's so good. But I was blown away by "Where Did You Sleep Last Night," and I've not heard, I would say, half of the songs off that album before listening to it. Like I've heard "On a Plane," great track. I've heard "Come as You Are," great track. I've heard "Dumb" before, uh, but like the rest of them, I probably haven't heard. It's a great cover. Yeah, yeah. It's it was brilliant. I have actually genuinely, since listening to that album on Friday, have had that song on repeat. Like I think I listened to it 6 or 7 times yesterday, and I've listened to it 3 times today. Like I have absolutely adored that. Like just a great song, phenomenal song. So I do feel like I don't know if I should change the way I review them though, picks, because the way I do it now is I rate each song out of 10, and then I just take the average, right? And after I get the average, the website that I'm doing it on doesn't do any of that shit. They just say, is it 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, or 5 star? So I rate the songs out of 10, and then I take the average rating of all the songs on the album. I divide it by 2, and that gives me a rating on a 5-point scale. So like for example, if the songs averaged a 9, then it would be 4.5, right, on a 5-point scale. And then I either round up or round down. So like a 4.4 will get a 4 star, and a 4.3 will get a 4 star, and a 3.6 will get a 4 star, but then a 3.4 will get a 3 star. But it means that basically albums have to average a 9 or 10 rating on their songs in order to get a 5 star. And part of me thinks 5 stars should be exclusive like that. But part of me also thinks I could wind up going through 100 albums and have maybe one be 5 star. And I don't want to say finagled this album to be 5 stars, but like I gave Plateau an 8, and the more I'm sorry, I gave Penny Royalty an 8, and the more I think about it, the more that song was absolutely dreadful. So it shouldn't be an 8. Like Penny Royalty should probably be like a 6. But if I did give it a 6, it would drop the album from 5 to 4 stars, like alone. Um, so I'm like unsure of how I should do it out of 5. Um, I do like the rated songs though. I do like that. Pix was my good luck charm today. When he was in my stream, I was dominating. I'm gonna need Skull Crusher to confirm. We're gonna have to go to VAR on that one. Skull Crusher, if you're here, we're calling in the VAR. Uh, who be faster to win who be faster to win the league with, Chelsea or Dortmund? I think faster to win the league with, probably Chelsea. More fun to win the league with, definitely Dortmund. Um, Picks can confirm. Picks can confirm. We're gonna have to we're gonna have to consult. I don't know what you're thinking. Here we go. Uh, uh, After further review, the answer is no. Sorry, Blockbuster. Right, good catch from Brat. I might have to take a leak at halftime. I'm like, it's 42nd minute, and I'm like, guys, please let this be the last highlight because I am suffering right now. But if I do that, I'll run the ads for halftime, just so I can actually use the restroom. So you know what it is? What a ball! Such a shame we didn't finish that because that was a hell of a ball. You know what it is? When I go golfing, right, I get very sore afterwards. And like my arm is still sore and everything. So I've tried this thing where I shouldn't say I tried this thing like it's this experimental new thing, but what I have done is whenever I go golfing, I usually just take water. And then whenever, as a Chelsea fan, you say Chelsea, fair enough. Welcome in, Thomas Rolls, by the way. Trying to build him up for ranks, so we have to keep that ego correct. You are right, actually. That's fine. I'm getting better. No, I'm just teasing. Blockbuster. I'm just teasing. Looked like great weather. It was. It was 20 Celsius at the tea time. Been lurking since Zig rated it. I appreciate that, Thomas. And then what do you call it? It was 27 when I holed out on 18. So it got a little hot, but it wasn't like oppressive. Uh, but it was getting there. So, but it was the perfect time to golf. So, right, cookies and frack. Literally within the opening 7 minutes, we have the 2-0 advantage. We've held on to it till halftime. It is halftime, and I have to use the restroom badly. So we're gonna take the ad break now. You're not the best yourself. Hey. You guys are fine. Blockbuster had some nice kills, man. Nice kills. So did Skull Crusher. So hope all's well, man. It's good. It's good. I'll continue more about what I actually tried after the round of golf when I come back from the restroom. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Good jet. Me dying from sickness. Lol. I go take a nap. Oh man, feel better soon, Pika J. That's terrible. That's awful. I'm sorry to hear that. Right. I'm going to give you a shout out either way, even though you're going to take a nap, because why not? I mean, for further streams, right? So, the great Pika J plays 7 Days to Die. In fact, that's the last thing they were playing. Does Gunpla on stream as well. Does cooking streams where they make gourmet coffee and on top of like actual cooking as well. Does KeepCap creations as well. Works on custom keyboards and custom builds keyboards. Pretty cool. A little bit of everything on Pika J stream, which is always a chill vibe though. Always a lo-fi chill vibe. So definitely check him out. Pika J, great streamer. Thank you, man. I hope you feel better soon. Right, sorry about that. I had to run and use the restroom, so we're back now. We are going to point and say, actually, we're going to do the outstretched arms and say, well done so far, right? And into the second half, oh, we go. So I was talking about, the wokest thing in head football, going for a piss at halftime. Fuck off. Fuck off. When I go golfing. So obviously when I go golfing, I come home, I'm very sore, right? I have the same problem with going to golf that I have with going to the football, and that is like usually that afternoon after, or the day after, I'm left very sore. So I've tried by uh, just drinking Pedialyte because I don't like doing Gatorade and all that shit. I think all that stuff is like got too much crap in it, you know. Um, so I tried by just drinking some Pedialyte. So I had that when I came home, but I had gone out to lunch right after golf because usually right after a round, that's a terrible giveaway. That's all right. Thankfully, it wasn't a goal, but usually I come right home. So it's literally golf, come right home, have the Pedialyte. Um, I think I have to go to Chelsea. No one ever has to go to Chelsea, um, but um, this time I didn't because we went out and had lunch afterwards. So um, I drank a few Cokes, like 3 Coca-Colas at the lunch as well. So it was like, and I had another water. So it was like I was a little bit more hydrated already. So like now I'm just like, oh my God, Snicky, finish this. Oh my God, what a goal! What an insane run and goal. Where the hell's the song? Play the song. So, but I had 3 bottles of water on the course, and I had, oh my God, what a run. And near post as well, where Brooks was covering too. That, whew, sick, sick. But the thing is, like, I had the Pedialyte, I had 3 bottles of water on the course, I had the 3 glasses of Coca-Cola, I had the bottle after uh, uh, golfing. Then I've had 1 bottle of this already, and I've had a Coca-Cola, like half a Coca-Cola, and I've had an energy drink that has B vitamins in it. So like I am basically full to the brim with liquids right now. I don't think I need another liquid right now, anytime soon. So that's why I've had to go for a pee during halftime. But I want to know your biggest mistake when golfing. My short game is fucking terrible. I can't, you know, I can drive the ball okay. I can get like 150 yards off the driver. I've got a little slice, but it's not too bad. I can putt really, really, really well. Um, you give me anything under 60 yards, and your boy's struggling. So not even 60. You give me anything under 50 yards. Lancaster are beating Bradley 3-1. You give me anything under. Oh, you're. I thought you were asking me. You're saying it because I took water instead of beer. I don't like drinking on the golf course because I got to drive afterwards. So I don't mind having a beer on the golf course, but I don't like drinking in general on the golf course. that's the other advantage to booking the early rounds is you avoid all the frat boys, and there's a lot of them coming. Oh, that's a good ball. That that's a great save from Brat as well. That should have been 3-1 right there. But yeah, you get these guys that come out, especially if it's not like today was hot in the second half of the day. But if you get these guys that come out and it's like it's going to be nice all day, they will literally come out and they will buy a bucket of beer that has 12 beers in it. I think it loses its, and that's good and that's fine, right? But like that is a beer to two beers. We're talking these guys will go into the clubhouse. They will buy a bucket of beer, which they sell these things that have like 8 beers in them. They can fit 8 to 10 beers, and like laying down, they're like an ice pack. They're like a giant ice backpack, right? And they just a cooler that has ice in it, but it's a backpack essentially. And they fill like 8 to 10 beers in it. And then they drink that on the front, and then they buy it again when they get to the turn, and they drink it again on the back. And I'm like, my guy, you guys are going through 20 beers. There is 4 of you there. Like, if you had one person that doesn't drink, that means that, like, if I were paired up with them, for example, and I didn't drink and I said I'm not really going to have one, I might have a beer, and then 19 of them are split in the other, or are being split amongst 3 guys. That's too much. You're drunk. Oh, what a head from Cookies. Lovely stuff. So I hate that. I don't mind you loosen up. I don't mind people drinking. Like, obviously, you're free to do whatever you want to do, but it's just not my type of thing to do on the golf course. And I get annoyed because a lot of the time when people get drunk, they tend to get erratic with the cart. And that's when, like, you get people who try to do donuts and people who try to do other shit. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't get drunk, but 3 or 4, yeah. Well, if I had 3 or 4, I would be drunk, probably. I would be more than tipsy if I had 3 or 4. So stay on your own hole. It's not that. It's just, well, it's somewhat that, but like, you know, they just get crazy. You're forgetting I'm Irish. That's true. Yeah. You're honestly Skull Crusher, mea culpa. You're right. See, I just don't. It's not something. I got into trouble with it in 2020, and I was starting to get in some bad trouble with it in 2020, so I stopped doing it, and that's why I don't really drink very much anymore. I might have. I mean, I don't even drink at the Union games, to be fair. So every once in a while with dinner, I'll have one. You know what I mean? But it's like I don't really I don't really do anything outside of that. Right, I'm going to take myself off because I'm booked. Akoni-kun is complacent, so in comes Joe Jones, and that'll be a double switch. I'm going to make a triple switch, and we're going to switch on Simon Roger Mukendi as our final sub. So that's a good ball cross. Good cutout from Frack. We got lucky that ball was a little bit beyond his reach, so. Like the one time I had a conversation about it with my brother because he looked at me, he's like, you want to get a 6-pack? And I said, no. And he's like, well, if I get beer, will you drink it with me? And I said, I'll have a beer or 2, tops. So we ordered a 6-pack anyway. And he's like, you got to help me split this. And I'm like, bro, I'm not doing this. I don't come here to drink. I come here to golf. You know what I mean? Like, so. But I've had experiences where people have drunk heavily in front of me, and they've done donuts with the cart on the fairway, and they're tearing up the fairway. I've had them where they're trying to race up and down a hole, like along the cart path with the golf carts, and I'm like, what are you guys fucking doing? Like, one of the starter today. The starter today literally said earlier this week they had to throw 2 guys off the golf course because they drove the golf carts onto the greens. And when they talked to them, they were heavily intoxicated. And I'm like, yeah, this isn't a fun experience for the group ahead of you, the group behind you. Like, it just doesn't make it a fun experience. So, those guys and the guys that do money games, those are the ones I really don't like being around the most. The guys that like, you want to do a money game? No, motherfucker. I'm a 35 handicap. Fuck your money game. You know what I mean? Like, What do I get out of a money game? Be it a 35 handicap, you dickhead. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. Fucking come on. What? So, they were the ones I golfed at Deerfield about 4 weeks ago, and the group in front of me made it a money game. Good save, brought. And because it was a money game, right? They stressed over every shot, so the round took. We were following them. The round took 5 hours. I'm like, bro, I ain't trying to be here for 5 hours. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to be here for 4, maybe 3.5. Oh, Snicky, that was actually really good. Shame that they didn't score that. Um, but that was a really good chance. So, uh, absolute dismantling of Cross Hills. Oh, I think he's off. Yep, flag's going up on the far side. So, yeah, I was right, by the way. 24 fans, 1 away fan. Benny, what kid you rank? This is Wakefield AFC, who are down in the lower divisions. That's all I know. I can't remember where they are now. Wakefield AFC. They are in the they are in the Northeast Counties League Division 1. Um, so they actually finished third. And they did not get promoted because I think they lost the playoff. So, Wakefield AFC. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Yeah, Wakefield. They finished in the playoffs and lost the playoff to Durnan District, 1-0. So, what team does everyone support? Come on now. Come on now. And Philly, of course. And Philly. But Thomas is a Chelsea fan, if I remember correctly. Pix is a New York Red Bulls, and oh wait, you are Pix. Atletico Nacional. I'm looking at the viewer list. Sorry. Lou is Portsmouth. I know that. Pikachu isn't into football. I can't remember who Gouter supports. I don't know who Party Boy supports. I don't know who Roller supports. I don't know who Skull Crusher supports. And I know the other people in the viewer list are Sass and Zig. And I actually can't remember what team Sass supports. I think Sass supports Man United, if I remember correctly. And Zig is Man United and Macclesfield. Whoa, Macca. Macclesfield. Right, 4-0. Cookie, hold on. There we go. 4-0. Cookies in the opening minute. 41 seconds. Frank in the 7th. Snicky in the 55th. Cookies again in the 67th. And that is the end of the game. Big win. Their keeper at a 5.8. That will do for me. I'm actually hoping Macclesfield get promoted in this save picks because they have been so close for so many fucking years, and they've not gotten promoted. So I'll show you that in a second. But Almondbury Woolpack hosting FC Isle of Man. Woolley in the 8th minute got things started for the visitors in FC Isle of Man. Evans leveled it in the 11th minute for Almondbury Woolpack. But then Steven Stevens in the 55th minute put FC Isle of Man back in front. Hunter slammed the door in the 83rd. 3-1, the visitors win. That win will keep FC Isle of Man in 8th. Almondbury Woolpack will remain in 12th. Bickerstaff hosting Silsden Reserves. Cham in the 3rd minute got things started for Bickerstaff. Parker added a second in the 29th, and Grandison a minute later made it 3-0. Brooke got one back before the halftime. Break with a penalty in the 33rd minute for Silsden Reserves. 3-1 it went at the break, and then Cham added a second goal to his tally, 4th for Bickerstaff in added time at the end of the second half. Bickerstaff up to 9th. Silsden Reserves remain in 17th. Bradley hosting, oh, for fuck's sake. Lancaster were 3-1 up. 3-1 up. And they could not hold on to the win. That would have been a big help to us. Roberts' 47th minute goal gave Lancaster the lead. They doubled the advantage 4 minutes later through Gallagher's 51st minute strike. Lewis got one back in the 53rd before Gallagher in the 57th made it 3-1 Lancaster. And they still couldn't win because Lewis in the 63rd, Mason from the penalty marker in the 67th, and Shepard in added time at the end of the second half. We had Bradley drawn, we would have been 8 clear. Had Lancaster held on and won, we would have been 9 clear. Instead, they threw it all away. Bradley are winners, 4-3 on the afternoon. Mega comeback from them, to be fair. They remain 6 points back with 5 to play. North Walkden hosting Earlham, and Reese's 37th minute strike is the only goal of the occasion. North Walkden's win keeps them 8 points back. And let's go Phils. Let's go Phils. Earlham, in the meantime, will remain in 13th. They're only 4 points above the drop. Sutton Reserves and Mossley. Big draw for Sutton Reserves. They draw playoff side Mossley, current playoff side Mossley. 0-0, and it means that point actually pulls Sutton Reserves out of the drop. Main Road will slip in by a point. So big point for Sutton Reserves. They are out of the drop now. Just seen Chelsea is a massive rebuild. You mean in FM? Nice. West Ham beat, is that Peterborough? Stockport. Sorry, not Peterborough. Stockport. And the Union drew Dallas. So that's what's in the social. Spaps is 1 assist away from 10 league assists, which would trigger a clause giving him a £2,500 bonus. North Walkden have at least secured a playoff spot, and we have a post-match press conference with the first question from James Conway at 4:42. Only thing is Chelsea has more money they can spend where Dortmund wouldn't have the same. Yeah, that's why I said it would have been quicker for you to win with Chelsea. No squad are ready for the challenges. We have confidence in ourselves. A good result. I'm always confident in my team. I'm always prepared for whatever comes. Pre-match comments mean nothing really. All around superb. It was delighted. He's staying at the club. He's going nowhere. State of influence. Right. Pretty much done and dusted. Cookies on form. Cookies' 2 goals lands him player of the week. Let's have a quick advance. Yeah, I that's fine. Let's have a manual save. So we've got a playoff spot. Bradley have a playoff spot. North Walkden have a playoff spot. We'll see if we can stay top because the top team goes up. But that is the end of episode 240 for CLG FC. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.